Welcome, lovely friends. Today, grab your ball, big ball, and a band if you have it. If you do not have a resistance band, you can take a pair of yoga pants, tie them up around your legs, or just use no additional resistance. That'll be fine for those movements. And then probably a few sets of weights if you have more than one. If not, just go with a medium or whatever you have. But as long as it's a medium or lighter set, probably be better. Just in case, but I wouldn't go super heavy, just depending on what you're doing. So go ahead, grab that stuff, have it ready and available, and we'll get going with a little bounce, just to kind of get everything starting to warm up and getting that inner vertebral column kind of lubricated back up and down. Starting to take big deep breaths in, blow it out. Take a little pause right here and then just start to shift your hips from side to side. So I want you to keep your shoulders really steady, like someone's got their hands on your shoulders, they're holding you down right here, and it's just your hips moving. So you start to warm up the side waist, back and forth, and you might even just take your arms out just to make sure that you're not kind of moving with your legs. Okay, right there. Now pause and do just the opposite. Keep your hips really steady, separate your feet a bit, and then just kind of shift your shoulders from side to side slightly. Right here from the rib cage. So I want you to reach and then reach. So you probably need to separate your feet a bit for balance and just reach it out side to side. It's okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. And now we're going to take the hips around in a circle. So big circle around, keeping your shoulders really steady still. And then reverse your circle and all the way around. Now take a moment here, keep the hips steady. And see if you can move your rib cage around your hips. I know that one's a little more challenging and awkward, but it's okay. You just go with it and then go the other direction, like you're just spiraling your ribs around your hips. And your hips are staying as steady as they can. Good. Come back to center, hands on the knees. Inhale, start to lift your tail slightly behind you and kind of a little bit of an arch, not an over arch. Just a lift and shoulders relax back. Exhale, starting to draw the tail slightly under and lean back into it a bit, rounding out. Inhale, lift up. Just a little seated cat-cow. We're bringing the chest forward and then dropping back. Inhale. Exhale. Now I want you can move the ball with you here. Inhale, gently press into your feet. Exhale, pull the ball towards your heels. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale, back, and one more. So now coming to seated, just sitting upright, take a light set of weights, or water bottles would be perfect as well. So I'm going to grab a lighter set of weights here. Now you're going to go ahead and sit right up on the ball for a moment. I do want the ball on a mat so it doesn't slide out from under you. Preferably your feet are on the mat as well, so you've got a good grip here. Feet are going to be about shoulder distance, so they're kind of a little wider than they would normally be. So we're going to take them out a little wider. And then start to take your weights right in front of you. So hands go in the front. You could do this with no weights at all, but again, something just a little bit weighted is nice here to add a little extra resistance. Okay, so I want you to walk forward a couple of steps. So notice how I'm not quite right on top of the ball. We're starting to slide toward the edge just a bit. Sit up nice and tall though. Okay, so inhale, start to open up and lean slightly back. So now you've just created a little bit of an angle and come back. So I want you to find that place where your core engages as you come back to hold yourself here. Inhale, exhale. So your pelvis is staying in this kind of neutral position as you lean back. So we're not tucking the tail. Everything is just shifting back. We're hinging and coming back up. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Gaze is forward, neck is long. So when you come back, be mindful that your chin doesn't stay forward. Your head forward and your body back like this. All right, so sit up nice and tall. Connect your ribs and hips toward each other. So bringing your rib cage down, hip points stay level. 4 more. Lean back. Maybe you can start to lean back a little further. You take your feet forward more for more counterbalance. back, and bring it up. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Open. And then bring it back to center. Very good. Now still staying seated upright. Take the arms out wide. I'm going to turn just a little bit. Okay, so taking your arms out wide and just rotate around to one side, keeping your knees level so we're not shifting the legs. Everything is staying level. Hold it here. A little pulse. 1, 2. Bring it back around to center and then over to the other side. Go 1, 2. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. 1, 2. Inhale. Exhale. If you need to drop weights or just do this with nothing at all, it's okay. Rotate. 1, 2. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Rotate the ribs. Hips stay level. 2. And 1 more each side. 1, 2. Even without weights, your shoulders are getting work because you're holding your arms up. 2. Back to center. All right, very good. Just relax, circle out the shoulders a few times, and take your head side to side. Now, as you come back, sitting up nice and tall, will face you here. Okay, so sitting very tall here. Feet are about hip distance now, a little more narrow. Relax the shoulders down. We've already got that great core activation, so we know our core is going to help keep us supported. We're going to take the elbows out, so I want you to just hold your weights face, palms in, and then take the elbows out. Pause right there. Relax your shoulders down. Notice how level and even this is, okay? So just like you're placing, if you had a little table on either side of you and you're holding your arms out there, resting them on the table. Bring it back down like you're squeezing little balloons under your arms. Bring it back up like you're pushing up against something but dropping your shoulders. And bring it back down with a little squeeze. That's why our weights don't need to be real heavy. We can activate the muscles without having a lot of weight. Right now the elbows are about 90 degrees and then we're going to take them up to about 90 degrees at the shoulder. Okay, bring it back down. I want you to feel like there's something pressing right here across the top of your arm as you push up. Relax those shoulders down and bring it down, squeeze. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Sitting up tall, make sure you're not starting to lean back or round in the back. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Inhale, up. So when you come down, you're still at 90 degrees right here. And 1 more. Take a pause. Now we're going to take that up, hold it here, flip the palms to the front, bring it down, and then back. Okay. Take it out, flip them to the front, bring it to center, and down. Okay. Notice I'm just holding that with my thumb really so that I'm not gripping the weight too much. Again, this can be done with or without weight. So imagine you're back against a wall and you slide your shoulder blades down, those fingers pop up, and then you squeeze under the arms. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. Go up, last 4, pull it back, little cactus arm. On that pull back, really activating the upper back and middle back, so not around your neck. I want you to drop those shoulder blades down. Imagine you're trying to keep this space under your armpit right here. You're trying to widen that space a little. You're going to drop those shoulders, going to create that really wide space across the middle of your back. Okay, hold it here. When you take those arms up, hold. Drop your shoulder blades down. Elbows are about even, and you're at 90 degrees with your elbows. Take the arms, reach them up, and bring it back down. Right there. Inhale. Exhale. Core is strong, neck is long, so that your head is pulled back. Once again, just always checking in with yourself. Notice ears over shoulders or in line with shoulders, shoulders over hips, and not an arch in the back this way, and the head not moving forward, right? So I'm here, right there, down and up like you're on a wall, little cactus arm sliding up the wall. Okay, last 4, up, bring it down, 3, sit up tall. 2, coming up right here. Squeeze in the back a little bit, but pull the rib cage down. And 1 more. Take it up, bring it down. Now flip those palms down again and squeeze. Let's do that all together. Here we go. Out, flip it up, press, bring it down, flip them down, and squeeze. So we're just adding all 3 of those movements together. Up, reach, down, flip, and squeeze. Good. Elbows up, palms up, press down. So you really have to engage in your core when those arms go over the head. Deep breath. 3 more right there. Shoulder blades pull back a little bit. Don't worry about suctioning them in too much, but we want to drop them down as we reach up and keep your core nice and solid. Here we go. 1 more. Up. Now we're going to press and bring it down. Hold it right there. Now we're taking little ones in and out. So we go parallel and then back out. Squeeze. Now I'm coming back a little further this time. Squeeze, pull back. I'm not shifting forward. I'm just squeezing. So just pull back and give it that little extra pull and then back to center. Okay. So let's go for 4. Give it a little squeeze without arching. And 3. Good. 2. Bring elbows in a little bit more right to center. Just kind of parallel right there. And give me last 1. Now hold it back. Flip the palms out, or the arms out right there. Palms go down. Bend the elbows in and out. I know. Feel it. Inhale. You could do this with no weights. It's okay. Or if one side feels a little cranky, just drop it. Just sliding them across that imaginary table that's on either side of you. Inhale. Exhale out. You've got it. Inhale, relax around the neck. Are you holding tension in your neck or your jaw? And relax. Come on, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Bring it down. Relax. Take your head side to side. Very nice work. Roll the shoulders a few times. Let's set those down for just a moment and we'll get back into that core a little bit. Okay, so back down. Now we're going to roll ourselves out or walk ourselves out. So walking out here, hands can be on the ball for stability on your hips or thighs, or you can just kind of hold them wherever you like at your chest. We're going to walk out until you feel your low back and your middle back on the ball. Okay, your shoulder blades are still lifted. We're not resting all the way back. We want to feel just about where, excuse me, if you are a person who wears a bra, then it's going to be right around the bra line or the bottom of your shoulder blades. Okay, so hold here with your core. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Your hands can always support your head, but if you're lifting and using your core, if you're really engaging your core, we should not be straining at the neck, okay? But it may take time and practice. So when you come back, make sure that your chin isn't jutting forward, that you're coming back as a unit, and we lift up as a unit, and that ball not rocking and rolling underneath us. The ball's really steady, so I want you to push into your feet. Inhale. Exhale, you can even reach forward, bring it back in. Reach forward and bring it in. Exhale. Feel like you're bringing your ribs and your hips closer together as you rock back. Now, over time, your range of motion might increase, so you might roll back a little further and then back up. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to keep going, but we're going to come up and just turn to the left. Okay, back up and turn to the left. Inhale. So I've just got my hands, my fingertips together, like I'm just kind of holding a little ball or something between the hands. So do what feels right for you. Exhale. Over to the left, rotating those shoulders, and there's a little sweep down. Good. Slow and controlled, because what happens on the ball, you can get momentum on that ball. You can bounce off of it. So I want you to stay controlled here. Last two. And one. Going to the other side. Up. Slow. Bring it up. And rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, give it that twist and a little reach down. It's a little sweep. Okay, last three. Slow, controlled. Two. So I don't want you to release your abs when you roll back either. Okay, so you've still got some contraction here. That's when we're going to be working in that eccentric contraction, meaning that we're trying to lengthen but also engage at the same time. And that's how we get those nice long lean muscles. Okay, come back and rest. Open it up and let yourself just kind of round over your ball. Whew, feels good. Open it up. All right, bring yourself back up. Walk it back. Now, wherever your band is, go ahead and grab the band. Mine's right back here. Very gracefully. Okay, so we're going to grab your band. If you need to come off your ball to do this, it's okay. So if you need to stand up to put your band on, then just sit back down. Okay, but if you can balance a little bit, go ahead and just slide that band up one side and then the other. And we're going to take it kind of close to the knees, so it's not way up high. Okay, somewhere close to the knees. If you're not using a band, it's okay, but if you have something that you can tie around that's a little stretchy, that would work. Okay, so we're going to be toward the back of your mat to start, so that you have plenty of room that you can walk out. We're going to end up on our back, upper back, and head supported on the ball. Okay, so find your spot that you can have plenty of room in front of you. We're going to start to just kind of gently walk ourselves out until your shoulders and your head can rest on the ball. We don't want the head to drop way back, so just kind of let yourself shift forward. Your hips are free here, and so is your back. Okay, so we're going to keep your feet pretty wide. So if you're using the strap, I want you to kind of walk your feet out and then push into it. Okay, if you're not using the strap, just keep your knees parallel. All right. So here we are, hands behind the head for support if you like. You can always keep them wherever you want. They can be on your hips as well. Okay, so inhale, we're going to drop the hips down. Exhale, lift, come into a little table position. Okay, reverse table. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Push into the band if you're using it the whole time, and especially at the top. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Let your chest come with you when you drop the hips down. We're not trying to over or hyperextend in the back. We're just going to drop down, hinging like a little pivot, and then lift. Push into the band. Down. Push. Give it a little squeeze with your glutes as you lift up to the top, tail to the back of your legs, and down. Bring it up. Let's go with 4 more, nice and slow. And 3, 2, push all the way across in your feet as well. Make sure those big toes are staying planted. Last one, you're going to hold it up. Just hold right here. Rest your head back. Okay, so your hands again could be behind the head or on your hips. We're going to keep those hips lifted. You're really flat across the top of the body. You're pushing into your bands. If you've got it, keep your feet anchored. And you're going to push that band out as far as you can. Or if you're not using anything at all, just keep pushing into your feet and lifting your hips. Holding here, but I want you to push into the band, hold, and now little bitty pulses into the band. So push it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Bring it down and walk yourself back slowly all the way up. Okay, so reposition yourself. You can even keep the band on the whole time because we don't need to necessarily take it off. So if you want to keep it on, keep it on. Okay, we're going to take the light set of weights again. I'm going to bring those over. I'm going to use also at least one weight that's a little heavier. So if you have that, grab it. If you don't, it's okay. You can use your light weights. Okay, so I'm just going to turn back to the front. You can give your legs a little break if you need to take them out a little wider and you don't want to push into your band. Okay, that's okay, take it off. But I'm coming back to center, and this is going to help, challenge the core a little bit more if my feet are a little closer together. So I'm going to keep the band on. Okay, so we're going to take the arms down by the side, feet parallel, separate the toes all the way from big toe, little toe into your heel. Get yourself lined up, shoulders over hips, ribs pull down, and the shoulders relax back. Okay, your head is back. We're going to take the arms straight out to the side again and bring it down. Just a lateral raise now. So bring it out and then bring it down. Good. So when you take it out, I want you to be super mindful that you are not tensing up around your neck and that you're not shrugging your shoulders. We want to keep those shoulders down and just lift and lower right out to the side. A softness of your elbows so we don't lock the joint. Lift and lower. Good. Up and bring it down. Let's see if we can go a little further. So if you can bring it all the way up and then all the way down. Palms are still facing down. Okay. All the way up and all the way down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Like you're on a wall still with your head, your shoulders, your back, and you're just sliding up the wall with the arms and bring it back down. When they get to the top, try not to shrug there. That's the important part. See, there's space between the ear and the shoulder there. Okay. If you're only able to go part way, it's okay. And you can drop weights. Okay. Bring it up and bring it down. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Up. Down. 2. 1 more. And bring it down. Very good. All right. Palms are face down now. I'm going to take it up just to shoulder height to the front and bring it down. Once again, you know, shoulders are not shrugging. You're relaxing in your upper back, or relaxing those shoulders down in your upper back. Okay, so right there, take a breath in. Just lift and lower. Now, if you feel like you're kind of leaning forward or reaching forward, I want you to pull yourself back and anchor like you're in a wall or you're pushing into a wall behind you. Just a tiny bit of softness in that elbow. We don't want to lock it. Good. So keep going. We're working now the front of the shoulder, okay, anterior deltoid. So before we were working the medial deltoid, that side of your shoulder, or the top area, teardrop. So we lift, bring it down, and let's go for 4 right there. 3, core strong. 2, if you've got your band, still push into it. So we've got a little extra happening there. And now last one, I want you to take it all the way up without arching and bring it down. So bring it up, inhale, exhale, take it down. When you take it up, pull your ribs in, feel your core firing. Up, inhale, anchor the shoulder blades down so you're still broadening that space underneath your armpit. Right there, you're really pulling those wings down. Okay, last 4. 3. Good job. 2. And last one. Awesome work. All right. Now we're going to take it one step further, shift forward, and if you need to come to standing, you can do this in a hinged, bent over position off of your ball. Okay, so if the ball's in your way and it's kind of big and bulky underneath you, you can just come to standing. Okay, so I might even do that myself. We'll see. Okay, but palms are going to face forward. Come forward, rest towards your thighs. Take the arms back, give them a little squeeze in, and then bring it down. Okay, take it back and kind of squeeze behind you when you take it back. Make sure that you're not just letting your belly fall forward. Okay, good. Inhale. So working in the posterior side of the body, back body. Working especially in those back of the shoulders and then into your lats, pulling it back. Hold it back there, a little squeeze and bring it down. Great posture muscles. Connect the core Neck is down, or neck is long, chin is down. So you don't want to feel strain in your neck here either. Never want to feel strain on any of our movements. Okay, let's go, last 4. Take it back, try to squeeze a little bit behind you, narrow it up a little there. Okay, last 2. On your last 1, I want you to hold it back. Hold it back right here. Now, like you're gonna kind of hammer the ends of your weights together, pull it in, and there you go, neck long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew, shake it out a little. All right, very good. Now, I'm gonna take that down. We're going back to that core work, but now we're adding a little weight. So if you have just the lighter weights, hold your weights together, okay? If you have one slightly heavier weight, take that, okay? So we're gonna walk it to the end of the mat again. Walking forward. So if you need to drop the weight to do that, go ahead and take it down to the floor and pick it up when you get there. Okay, we're gonna walk out. So remember, we're not walking all the way out just yet. We're right here so that we can still lift those shoulder blades off of the ball. Okay, so hold it here. If you've got the band, just keep pressing it toward it, okay? Use that as some extra resistance. So inhale here, exhale, start to curl up and give it a little reach. Okay? Bring it back, inhale. When you curl up, make sure that you're still keeping ears in line with shoulders. You're not jutting your chin forward. Exhale. Scoop through the belly, reach. Now once again, check out what's happening with the ball underneath you. Are you pushing it back with your feet every time? And if so, check in, stabilize, and feel like you're trying to pull the ball towards your heels just a little bit. Inhale. If you want to increase your range of motion, right there on your abs, you can lean back, but don't release all the way, and then come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale up, reach. We're going to switch that to a rotation after 2 more. And 1. Now we're going to continue, come up. Just keep your weight right there, and then rotate to the left. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale up and rotate to the left. It's a little sweep down. Sweep. Back up. Nice job rotating your shoulders, keeping your legs steady. That's why having that band there is nice too. You can push into it and really activate keeping yourself steady in the lower half of your body. Last 3. 2. And last 1. Now we're going to the other side after this one. So keep going. Rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate. Little sweep down. Very nice. Breathing with the movement. Last 4. Make sure your feet are anchored from big toe to little toe into your heels. 3, 2, and last 1. Awesome work. Now pause right here. We're walking the feet all the way out. So you've got your band. If you don't have it on, go ahead, grab it, and let's take the band back to the legs if you want to use it. Okay. I'm going to keep the weight. If you have 2 smaller weights, just set them on your hips here, your thighs with your hands. I've got the 1 weight. I'm just going to rest it across. Up to you whether you need to hold it or not. Ideally, it's not going to fall, but I don't want it ever to roll onto your toes. So you have to decide there how it feels best and most secure for you. Okay, so we're going to hold that at the hips. Inhale, then exhale, lift. Inhale down. So if you're feeling pretty comfortable with that and confident with your weights there, you can release your hands. If you have 2 weights, you'll probably need to hold them right there at the hip creases. Okay, inhale, exhale. So I'm still taking the feet wide because I'm using the band. So I'm taking the feet a little wider, and I'm going to push into that band when I lift. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, lift. So once again, you could always do this. No band, no weights, no problem. Just lift and lower. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. You've got it. Lift it up and hold it. So hold here. You look like a reverse table right there. And you're lifting your hips, kind of drawing your tail slightly under and squeezing through your glutes. And just little pulses out with your legs. So go for 8, 7, 6, 5. You can release the weight if you need to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Just hold it. This is an isometric hold. So if you are no band, still hold. If you have a band, push. Push and hold. Push and hold. Feet are flat. Holding for 8 more. Breathe. 7, 6. Push a little harder. 5. Lift a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Very good. Set your weight off to the side. Walk yourself back up. And let's have a seat. Release the band. Okay. Woo, throw it away. Throw it across the room. All right, very, very nice. Okay, so I want you just to come over onto the top of your ball for a moment. So if we've created any tension or stress in the back body, I just want you to round it out. Get that ball a nice little hug. Should feel pretty good here. Just to round it out. Take the hands to the floor, the toes to the floor. Just lift into a little plank there. I want you to take your legs, bend the left knee, and push the heel up to the sky. There you go. So we're just getting a little activation in the back of the legs. We've done that throughout the practice, but we're also just stretching the front of the hip a little more. Okay, bring it back down. Switch sides. Right knee bends. Push the foot up to the sky. And take another breath. And release it down. Take the left leg, pick it up straight. Cross it behind the right. Okay? So just wherever you can get it, if you need to bend your right knee, go ahead and bend that right knee. Okay? Just give it a little cross and shift towards your left hip a little. Stretching a little more to the outside. As you're there, you can walk your hands over to the right a bit and stretch out the left side waist, reaching your left hand forward. Come back to center. We'll take the left foot back to the floor, bend the left knee a little, pick up your right leg and cross it behind. Walk your hands over and reach with your right hand. So similar to some moves we might do on the floor without the ball. Come back to center. Bend the knees, rock it around a couple of times. Just kind of have fun with it. It's part of the joy of working on a balance ball. It's like being a kid. Then we come back down. You can either just have a seat on a chair or just have a seat on the floor or just sit down on your ball. As we come back to seated, we're taking the arms out wide. Take your left arm, bring it across, and give it a little hug. Let the hand fall or head fall over here toward the fingers. And bring that arm up. Give it a bend and a little assist back there. If your head kind of pushes forward, try to lift up. Make some room, make some space. Take the arm back out. Bring it behind you. Rotate the thumb down, palm back. And sweep it back as far as you can, and then just hold it with the other hand. Maybe reach around the wrist there. So I'll show you here. Just kind of pulling it a little bit, stretching the front of the shoulder. And then take that other arm. Right arm goes up. Let's start there. Bend the elbow. Pull it back. Awesome work today. Lots of good upper body posture work, front body and core. Even into the glutes and the hamstrings, more in the glutes. Bring it back down. Now cross over, straight arm, pull it in with the opposite elbow. Okay, just the crook or the bend of that arm. Head falling toward fingers. And release it. Take the arm out, flip the palm so it's behind you and the thumb is down. And then just bring it in as close as you can before you bend it. Just sweep it back there, then bend the elbow and maybe take that wrist and hold it. Lift the chest, drop the tail. Take another breath here. Sweep both arms out, big open arms. Give yourself a big hug for showing up today. Lift the elbows. Bring it back down, switch whichever arm is on top and lift. And bring it back down, sweep the arms out all the way up. Good, bring it back one more time. Open up the chest, interlace the hands, or you can place them on the ball and lift the chest without overarching so the tail is down. Okay, or you can interlace and hold. Come forward. The hands can just rest behind you if you're not interlacing. Feet are wide, head is down. Bring the hands down first, slide the hands on top of the knees. Start to pull yourself back up very gently into seated. Let the head come up last. Shake it around a couple of times. And we take a big sweep up, reach up. Hands come down. Give yourself a little bow today for doing such a good job and showing up for you. Thanks for being here.